So, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good day everyone. So, this is the recorded discussion for Module 7. So, actually, nakagawa na ako ng exam ninyo by the time na mapapanood nyo siguro to kasi by the time na nirecord ko itong discussion na to is nakagawa na ako ng exam. So, kasama to 6, 7, 8 na module ang nasa examinations natin. So, Philippine laws regulating travel and tour services and transportation companies. So, anyway, 10 points lang ata yung nakuha ko dito sa ano na to, sa module na to. 10 points doon sa module 6. 10 points lang din, 10 items lang din dito sa module 8 ay 7 rather, and then 30 items. I know. Ilan nga ba? Parang nawala ako. Sa intrep lang, sa intrep ata yun. Wait. Parang nasa ano lang. Ito. Legal. Nasa 15 ang module 15 items ang nasa module na to. Ayan. Tapos 10. Mod 15 doon sa kabila, doon sa chapter 8, tapos 10 ata. Okay. So anyway, sa Philippine laws regulating travel and tour service and transportation companies. So way back, noong unang panahon, ang first na transportation, mode of transportation natin is yung parang wagon. Yung patuki, kariton, parang yon. Nung una pa lang. So way back, noong pala, nasa Bible era pa lang tayo. Ayan, so yun yung mode of transportation. And also, dito naman sa Pilipinas, and of course, noong mga tawag dito, yung mga naunang transportation is that doon sa era ng wagon because of doon sa kalakaran. Ayan, or kalakalan rather. Okay. So, so we have here the overview of legal frameworks. What is the importance of regulations? Regulating in the Philippine travel and transportation ensures safety and consumer protection and fair competition and establishes standards for service quality, promotes accountability among providers, and fosters a reliable tourism industry, which is vital for economic growth and national development. So, as we all know, ayan, we have a key agencies involved in accreditation, ayan, or in making or regulating laws here in travel and transportation. So, we have Department of Tourism, Land Transportation Office or LTO, and the Civil Aeronautics Board or CAB. Ayan. Or we have also the Land Transportation and Regulatory Board. Okay. So this organization regulates tourism standards, vehicle registration, airline operations, and to ensure compliance and safety in the industry. So what is the objective of these laws? So it aims to ensure passenger safety, protecting consumer rights, promote fair competition, and regulate service quality. So let's just proceed here. Dito tayo sa may ensures passenger safety. So just in case nagkaroon ng accident, for example, bus company, nagkaroon ng accident. So malalagot, sino? Sino magiging liable? So of course, the bus company, hindi lang yung bus driver mismo, but also the bus company. So if you remember, yung yung accident last 2 weeks ago, I think, or last week, about doon sa tawag dito, doon sa SCTEX na disgrasya. So, 'di ba, meron yung accident na ang naging cause daw nun is yung Solid North bus because the reason was nakaidlip, nakatulog yung So, in that specific in a certain situation, 'di ba, ang may kasalanan is ang liable, supposedly, or sino ang may kasalanan? Sino ang nagkaroon ng negligence? The driver. But, di ba, sino ang nagiging liable? Okay, so hindi lang yung driver but also the bus company. Okay, so yun yung trabaho nitong regulations na to. So, to protect consumer rights and to promote fair competition, yung hindi nagpapababaan ng hindi nagpababaan ng pamasahe or hindi nagpapataasan ng pamasahe, yung mga yan. So, we have here the historical context. Yan, the evolution of travel regulations. Of course, in 2025, alam naman ngayon, ayan, so it reflects the growing recognition of tourist rights and safety. Initially, the spheres of laws have aggressively adapted to modern tourism demands, bolstering consumers' protection and environment sustainability, and the professionalization of transport service over time. So as you can see, there is still a demand, 'di ba? Yun naman talaga yung natin kasi lahat ng galaw natin, we need transportation. But make sure na dahil that transportation or the transportation sector must meet the demand of the consumers tayo, lalo na ngayon. For example, mainit. Ayan. So, dahil mainit, ano yung demand natin, di ba? So, sana lahat ng mga transportation mode natin, may aircon, malinis, mabango, ayan. So, in 2026, they're looking forward to reflect significant historical milestone includes the enactment of the key regulations and to establish Land Transportation Office, the modernization of public transport system, all aiming to ensure the safety, efficiency, and accessibility of travel and tourism. So, 'di ba? Yung kagaya ng ibang bansa na sana na-detap na lang, 'di ba? May e-wallet na tayo, niloloadan na lang, tapos hindi na yung tipong naghahawak na pa tayo ng barya, maghahanap pa tayo ng barya, 'di ba? Cause of delay. Bakit? Kasi naghihintayan ng sukle. Mga ganyan. So, we have the travel and tour regulation. So, we have, in terms of travel tour services, so meron tayong sinasabi na we have travel agencies and tour operators. So, when we say travel agencies, they are the one who sell a tour package to the consumers. Well, pag sinabi nating tour operators, they are the one who created, who are making the tour packages. So, we have the licensing requirements, and of course, saan nga ba sila nagpapalicense? Sa Department of Tourism. So, obligation of travel agencies they are obligated to provide accurate information, ensure safety and compliance with industry standard, protect consumers' rights, and deliver the service as advertised. So, make sure na kung ano yung ina-advertise natin, pag sinabi natin ganito lang yung presyo, ganun lang yung presyo. Pag sinabi natin all-in, 'di ba, lahat, from accommodation down to tour guides, so dapat nandun, no extra or no service fees. So, consumer rights and protections. So, it includes the right to clear information, fair treatment, and timely refunds. Also, ensure that the travel agencies and tour operators provide accurate representation of service, safeguarding consumers against deceptive practices, and ensuring accountability in service delivery. Yung pag may nangyari doon sa guest natin, dapat maging liable tayo. Dapat i-accept natin na kasalanan natin or i-accept natin or kailangan nating harapin yung mga any damages. So, specific sectors, specific regulation. So, we have 2. Ecotourism regulation, which these regulations promote sustainable travel practices, protect natural resources, and ensure community involvement. So, kagaya nung mga eco promoting na na mga travel package, mga ganyan. So, travel regulations require tour operators to adhere the environment guidelines, conduct impact assessment, and support local economies, balancing tourism development with ecological preservation. And then the second one is cultural heritage guidelines. So, these regulations ensures tourism activities respect local traditions, protect cultural assets, and promote sustainable tourism, fostering community involvement and enhancing visitors' understanding in the Philippine rich heritage. So, 'di ba? So, just in case, ma'am, what if tawag dito, in this specific regulations, meron silang nilabag, hindi nila nirespeto yung culture nung pinuntahan nila. Ano kaya yung mangyayari sa kanila? Ayan, i-discuss natin later. So, general regulation for transportation, nabanggit na kanina, licensing and registration, saan? Sa Department of Transportation. So, travel standards and compliance. So, we must, adhere, strengthen the safety standard, ensuring compliance with the Department of Transportation and regulating inspection, maintenance of vehicles are mandated, and promoting passenger safety and minimizing risk association with travel. So this also includes dapat healthy yung mga driver, hindi tawag dito, they are free from alcohol, they are free from from any yung mga pinagbabawal na substances, 'di ba? Para ma-ensure natin yung safety and security of the clients. Insurance requirements. Transportation companies in the Philippines must secure insurance coverage that meets regulatory standards, ensuring passenger safety and financial protection against liabilities. So just in case, 'di ba? Kagaya nung nabanggit nga natin example kanina, so meron silang insurance to cover yung mga liabilities or yung mga damages na hinaharap nila. So yun yung cost. So, public transportation laws, regulation of public utility vehicles. So, it includes licensing requirements, fare standards, and compliance in the safety and regulations. Standards for taxi and ride-sharing services. So, ito kasi yung uso sa Manila, di ba? Yung Grab, yung mga sharing of, ride-sharing services. So, dito kasi sa local or dito sa probinsya, hindi pa uso yun. So, compliance with enforcement, regulatory bodies, we have the Department of Tourism, we have the Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board. When we say LTFRB, it ensures compliance with laws governing public transportation in the Philippines. So, it issues franchise, monitors operators, and enforces regulation to promote safety and fair competition. So, just in case, later, sumakay kayo sa pampublikong sasakyan, at may karekla-reklamo, may gusto kayong ireklamo doon sa mga driver or doon sa tingin ninyo, yung hindi nagre-renew ng franchise, yung nasakyan ninyo, so you can report that to LTFRB. And of course, the CAB or the CAB, it regulates air transport industry, most especially aviation. Yan. So, penalties for non-compliance. For non-compliance in the travel and tour regulation may result fines ranging 5,000 to 200,000 pesos depending on severity of violation. So, sanction can also include suspension and revocation of licenses, ensuring accountability and adherence to laws within industry. So, doon sa mga nasususpend, so during their suspension, so dapat magjo-join sila ng mga seminar, yung mga ganyan, for safety or for compliance. Okay. Suspension and revocation of licenses. Okay. So, the recent development and amendments, So, we have a recent law amendment, so changes in licensing procedures. So, as you all know, nung nakaraan, di ba, sobrang mahal. Pero nung mga unang panahon, mura nga siya pero matagal. 'Di ba? Ngayon, sobrang mahal na nga naman pero sobrang bilis. Okay. So, yun. But also, ayan, so habang dahil trial and error naman yung batas natin or yung regulation na to, regulatory, so hanggang sa ano na, tawag dito, binababaan, yung bayad, yung mga ganyan. So, updates on consumer protection laws. Recent amendments on consumer protection laws in Philippines enhance provision in transparency in pricing, ensure fair treatment of consumers and strengthen penalties for violation. So, 'di ba? Ang mahal na. So dati, 'di ba dati kahit bumili ka ng sasakyan basta merong tawag dito, deed of sale, yung mga ganyan, okay lang. Ngayon, pag once na hindi mo pinatransfer sa'yo yung pangalan mo sa sasakyan, anong nangyayari? Nagkaka-penalty ka pa. Parang nasa about 20,000 ata yung penalty mo. Mga ganyan. So, impact of COVID-19. So, dati, during nung mga nasa 2023, 2024, mga ganyan, 2022, 23, 24, mga ganyan, masyado pang mahigpit in terms of the COVID-19. Pero ngayon, medyo lumuwag-luwag na sila ng kaunti. Pero, meron pa rin yung nagko-quarantine pa rin sila. For example, sa part ng mga Amerika, yung mga ganyan, Canada, yung mga ganyan. Pag once na umuwi sila galing doon or galing dito sa Pilipinas at umuwi sila sa Canada, nagko-quarantine din sila doon. Same din dito. Pinagko-quarantine sila ng about parang observation lang naman kung dito sa Pilipinas. Tapos, go na sila. Ayan. So, revision in tour operation guidelines. So, yun, flexibility, in booking policies, incorporation in digital health passes. Ayan. So, dati, hindi ko lang sure kung hanggang ngayon pati, pero nung recent lang, kailangan kapag pupunta ka sa ibang bansa or pupunta ka sa ibang lugar, kapag sumasakay ka ng airplane, dapat naka at least 2 doses, or kapag lumilipad ka ng ibang bansa, dapat meron kang tawag dito, parang 3 doses ata sana yung kanilang vaccine. Mga ganyan. So, challenges in the industry. Pero unlike naman dati, ngayon, wala naman na yung swab test, yung mga ganyan, wala na. Ayan, kailangan lang ipakita mo na wala kang sakit, ayan, or tawag dito, yung yung vaccination card mo, ayan, yun lang. Challenges in the industry. So, enforcement difficulties, okay? So, it arises in the insufficient regulatory oversight, limited resources in monitoring compliance, and varying interpretation of laws. Diba? Minsan, in terms of interpretation of laws, basta nabasa na lang. Hindi na iniintindi or hindi na binabasa ng buo. For example, yung time ng ano ba yun? Yung, in terms of dun sa batas ng LTO, yung mga ganyan. So, dati, in terms of doon sa may card, diba? Yung iba wala kasing card. Ngayon, ang ginagawa na nila, kahit na lang, picture ng lisensya mo, mga ganyan, okay na ngayon. Ayan. So, ang kaso nga lang, doon sa iba, hindi pa rin nila pinapatupad. Bakit? Kasi hindi pa daw nakakarating sa kanila or somehow, iba yung interpretation nila. Ayan, challenges in compliance. Compliance with the Philippine regulatory poses the significant challenges in travel and tour services, including navigating complex legal framework, meeting valid local and national safety standard, and adopting frequent policy changes, which can overwhelm smaller operating lacking resources for effective compliance and management. Yun naman yung mahirap sa atin dahil sa sobrang laki na, sobrang lawak na ng industry natin, hindi na din natin na monitor. At the same time, tawag dito, doon sa regulatory body, 'di ba? Masyadong na din silang maraming trabaho para tawag dito, para bigyan pa ng pansin minsan yung industry natin, yung mga private na nasa travel and tourism industry. So, industry response. So, it must, so, paano nga ba to address this? Kailangan may stakeholder engagement. Pag sinabi nating stakeholder engagement, it is the collaboration among government, industry players, and community groups, fosters transparency and responsiveness, ensuring that policies reflects diverse, intensifies, and needs while promoting sustainability, growth, and compliance. Also, innovation in travel services. So, hindi pwede na, tawag dito, basta bili lang ng bili ng mga ng mga sasakyan, wala namang parking space. So, dapat yun yung mga isang tinitignan. Diba? Also, the eco-friendly practices, digital solutions, and enhanced consumers' experience to adapt and thrive in a competitive market. So, what is the future of Philippine travel and tourism laws? Digital transformation in tourism. Diba? So, online booking, yung mga ganyan, online payment. Okay. Also, sustainability of or sustainable tourism practices. So, it increases focus on sustainability or sustainable tourism practice, promote eco-friendly transportation options, protecting cultural heritage, and regulating resource use. Yung mga ganyan. So, for example, doon sa pagbisita doon sa mga bundok, yung mga ganyan. So, why not na meron kasing iisa lang na sasakyan na, yan, or train, yung mga ganyan, para hindi masyadong maraming sasakyan or hindi masyadong maging congested yung area na yon. Yan, 'di ba? So, masabi lang naman. So, sana. Okay, recommendation and policy improvement, strengthening regulations and compliance, and promoting inclusive growth in travel services. So, that's the end of our module. So, in this module, halos parang true or false ata to dito. Ayan. True or false, then meron lang akong tawag dito, enumerations. Ayan, dito sa module na to. So, sana mag-review kayo.